Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Broadway Podcast. Want to know what's going on downtown Nashville? Well, ride with us as we take you on a trip down Broadway.
This is the life we choose, life we choose. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. I've been doing just fine, alright now. This is the life we choose. This is the life we choose.
So it's good to be back on the podcast, Nicole. I kind of before we start, I want to thank some local places that's been opening up and been doing well. And I also wanted to kind of like give thanks to like a lot of my guests that's been on the show. For one, Asbury, of course, like they're doing great things over on Demumbrian. I want to give a shout out to the people from Waiting Tables, obviously, because they always support us over here. And of course, Lighthouse Media, because without Lighthouse Media, this project would not be existing. So I want to first give thanks to those people. It's good to be back though too, because I feel like I've taken a step back for a second. Like it's just been so much going on, like especially with the new year and stuff like that. Getting back into the swing of everything, you know what I mean? Especially with us being in the slow season, is like survival of the fittest right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about like the resolutions and shit that people like how do you feel about resolutions? Like you think they're like this is a fad, or you actually think people like go through?
I'm a big fan of always having something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Like I love New Year's resolutions. I mean, obviously the more disciplined you are, the more you're going to follow through with it. But I mean, hey, if it's something that you can tell yourself to make yourself feel better or have something to look forward to, especially during these times when it feels like there's nothing to do because it's cold outside
yeah,
and your income might not be as strong and you're just down in the dumps because it's just cold and you're a little bit cranky. Like it's kind of nice to have something to look forward to. If you said you're going to get in the gym, if you're doing sober January, if you're going to make a more active effort to check in on your friends or plan a trip, budget, whatever it may be. I mean, I support.
you always see things so like I'm always looking at things like this shit's just for the birds. Like people just do it just to get attention, and then you always give me like a different perspective. Like, oh well, actually, it's like really good to have goals. Which you're right. Like it is good to have like something to look forward to. But like, let's be real. People just do that shit for like the attention. I feel like
I mean, if
to a certain extent, because there people are out there like actually grinding. But like,
Yeah.
why wait to like the beginning of the year to be like, okay, I'm doing this? Why not just make it a lifestyle? You know what I mean?
I agree. And I think a lot of that comes too with, I mean, like maybe I love a person who like has progress or like shows growth quietly versus like everything is on social media because then it's like, I don't know. Is it
Yeah.
I could see that for like being like obviously people who are like really fit and they post their things for accountability on Instagram, that's
Yeah.
completely different. But like, it's like I love watching someone like succeed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I like seeing the
quietly.
the time loop. Like they start out like they actually like go through it like and they start off like, okay, this is day one and this is what I'm doing, and then like you'll see the progression, and then like come like March, you're like, oh, this motherfucker like really did his thing or did her thing.
Yeah.
So that I mean that's nice to see. Is also motivational too to see that. But like
Because like when you think about it, the people who like really, like maybe you saw someone last year that like a whole year ago, beginning of last year, just going through it, and then all of a sudden now, like you're kind of like, oh, I haven't really seen that person in a minute, but then like all of a sudden they like bought a house or took a really cool trip or finally posted a gym photo and they're like looking phenomenal, or it's just something like that. It's like those people that stick in your brain because you're like,
that's very true.
oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you have any
all right.
resolutions this year?
I don't I didn't like sit and like write anything down. I didn't like create like a vision board or anything. The going out was a big one for me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole month of January, I haven't been like out.
Yeah.
Like, I've had dinner with friends. I wanted to do like a dry January, but then like I had that really nice dinner.
The dry January has killed me, man. Like,
I wanted
everybody's
to,
like, I love
but
dry
then I had
January.
I did like that omakase dinner,
Yeah.
and it was paired with sake, and I'm
Yeah.
not passing that up.
Yeah.
And then just like it's yeah, but from there, then I was like, okay, well, I just mainly want it to be like I don't want to like go out,
You're
like
out,
I don't
out.
want to be
and
out.
people have to
out.
realize like it's a difference because
Yeah.
like we go out like our
Yeah.
definition of going out is like a little different from like the mom and pops going out.
Yeah,
you know, like
a small town
Exactly,
going out. Like
yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I could go here and it's fine, but I just didn't want to be like,
rage for 3 days.
yeah. I was like, that's where I was like, and so I haven't done that into the new year.
Yeah.
And I feel so good.
Do
Like,
you?
Oh, so good.
I go through spells like I do go out a lot, but like I go through spells where like I'm not drinking as heavy, I guess you can say. But then
Yeah.
I'm like, I get so bored. I'm like, I just get the itch. I'm like, I want to go out. But like for me, the resolution this year was to put more. I say this, and I feel like people are gonna like drag me for saying this, but like put more positivity into the world to a certain extent.
Why would people drag you for that?
Because like right now, like there's some things going on in my personal life. It's just like, you know, like,
David
but
is the
overall-
beam of positivity.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but like just paying it forward. Like I was talking about, I was talking to some people at work and stuff, and like when I was in Vegas, I was saying like how much of importance it is to have representation everywhere, and to have positive representation. So like you can like look at somebody like that's like-minded and looks and acts like you to a certain extent in their own way, and be able to like utilize that in your personal life and like make that help you, grow. And I feel like that's important. So like for me, I feel like my resolution, not just for like the first beginning of the year, but like for my life is like try to do better about putting positivity out into the world. Like whether it's by supporting, like I said earlier, like supporting local businesses, supporting your friends' endeavors, always showing up for like a good cause. Like a good example is like yesterday, one of our people that we know is getting married, and they had an engagement party, and I was like, I was so tired. Like I got back from Vegas, I was drained. I was helping my friend watch his dog, and like I just had so much going on when I came back home, and I was like, I just want to chill, But then I thought about it, and people text me like, hey, you coming? I was like, yeah. But I was just kind of dragging my foot around a little bit because I was like, I just want a day to myself. But then I was like, this is a good occasion to where this person is getting married, like this is a happy moment, and it's good to share those experiences with people. So like, I think that's important because I think we don't get enough of that.
Yeah.
Especially in Nashville. I feel like everybody's so like situationally supportive.
Yeah.
Like people like support this place because of certain things and people, and they're not just supporting like the idea behind it. It's like, oh, this person works here, so I'm going to go support that. No, go support it because they're doing good for the community, and they're making a safe haven for everybody to go have fun. That's why I think the Asbury is such a good place to go. We don't have anywhere to go on Mondays for real besides like a couple of places. And then these bartenders and all the workings that have made that place happen, like they're giving us a safe place for us to be able to go somewhere and like have fun and make it like enjoyable to do something on a weekday. So It's very important to like give that homage to people that are out here actually grinding and trying to do something besides the 9 to 5 and like actually make life better for a living. So that's my resolution. That's why I was asking. But like these fads though kill me. Like is one of them is like the dry January was like is always a thing, which is good because you always want to have, especially like when you live in an environment like Nashville, like it's so drinking heavy, and you want to be able to like not be so toxified like with like liquor and alcohol and going out and like not enough sleep. So I get that part, like having it on your conscience, but I don't want you to throw it in my face every 5 days. Like I'm at the bar. I'm at a bar eating.
Hey,
but
I'm
not
sober.
Right. Just give me water.
Exactly. And you're like,
I don't give a fuck. Like, do you, babe? Like, I'll support that, but don't just shove it down my fucking throat. You know what I mean?
I'm just also big on like, give 85%. Like it's really
Give me
hard.
85%.
It's really hard for me personally. I guess like maybe a resolution. I don't know. I just went like, I went into my like bathroom, my like kitchen, everything. And I got rid of everything that had like artificial dyes, wasn't organic, isn't whole, whatever. Like my soap, my skincare, everything, shampoo. Like I went and like purged it all, 2 garbage bags worth of stuff, and went to the store, dropped and went
So much
com-
fun.
went
Being healthy is
full-
expensive,
it's-
man. God
it's
dang.
crazy. And then went full like organic and everything, and I've stuck to it mainly also because I just feel 10 times better
Mm-hmm.
now after doing that for maybe like a month now. But I mean, like, if I'm gonna go out to eat, or you always have that one coworker that has like sour gummy worms behind the bar or something.
Always.
You know, there's
We
always
have that one.
one.
She's always. I'm like, the
There's-
snack girl is here. Thank God.
You love her.
Yes,
you know what
JoJo,
I mean?
I love you. Like, she's always got the snacks. I'm
You
like,
do-
can I have
like
some?
these girls? Like, shout out to the girls and the boys going
Yeah.
to Walgreens before work because
Yes, man.
I don't know other store that has been selling these like sour
I
punch
didn't see-
straw watermelon,
Right.
whatever they are, but they're so good. But like, duh, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll take a little cup full of
Exactly.
those. Like,
That's
I'm not
like,
gonna
that's
like, but
innocent
it's,
guilt though. you know?
yeah. So I'm like, give 85% because it's like
Right.
eventually you can cut it out. I get that, but then it's
Yeah.
like I think that's why everyone does the 75 soft instead of 75 hard because it's like,
Right.
wait, this is boot camp.
All I'm saying is like, I don't know. Like, I just like, just don't throw it. I don't want to hear about it every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you went from like being this, and I can't talk about, you went from like being this fucking rager, and then all of a sudden January 1st hits and you want to be a saint. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, and
fair.
give it to me in pieces. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But like, so I was talking about Vegas. I went to Vegas for my basketball tournament. It was so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
And it was a good opportunity to be. It's a gay league, which everybody knows because I talk about it all the time. But like, it was just such a good opportunity to be around so many people that like athletes, but also like in that community. It was just so much fun. It was no drama, and like they had so many like good like events and stuff that for after the games and stuff like to be able to enjoy. And it just like those moments make me like realize like I got like something to like look forward to. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like it was fun. But everybody knows me. I hate flying, and I don't know what it is. Like the more I fly, the worse it gets. Like you've experienced me flying before.
Oh yeah,
I freak the fuck out.
you sure do.
I don't know what it is. Like I'm a nervous wreck. And we was talking about it in the car on the way here. I was like, I'm looking around, like making sure like the pilot. Oh my God, did I tell you about the pilot going to the bathroom?
Yeah, you did.
Like what the fuck, dude? I'm like, who is flying this plane? Like,
The plane.
I don't like it.
I think they know what they're doing though.
I mean,
I think-
obviously they know what they're doing,
I
but
think you're fine.
everybody's, I'm like, I'll text like my buddy Clayton. I'm like, hey man, like, is this safe? Like, are these things normal? Like the turbulence is, well, obviously the turbulence is normal, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I just hate it. Like, if I can just click my heels and get there, I would love that way better than just having to get on a plane.
I think it's normal, and a lot of people have anxious and like nervous and whatever when it comes to flying. Like, it's not like when you really think about it, like a normal thing. Like when you really get into it, you're like, okay, that's a tiny tube, 40,000 feet in the sky that gets you across the country in like 3.5 hours. That's crazy. But
yeah.
also,
What if it like just blows up or something?
well,
Like my biggest fear is like it just
you
like
won't remember it because you'll be.
I mean yeah, that doesn't make me
I
feel.
just-
I hate when people
I'm
say,
just
"Well,
saying-
we're up here now, so there's nothing we can do." Like I don't like that. That makes me feel worse. Like
I'm just saying, like, what if it blows up? Like, I
that's
don't
not
know.
comforting at all.
But like you, like.
It's it's never gonna be a thing for me. I'm always traveling too. That's the thing. So it's like I gotta get over it. So you think I should start like getting medication or something like that? I start getting like go to my physician like, hey, can you prescribe me Xanax for my flights? Is that a thing?
Probably. The only thing is, like, if you're flying somewhere that's like an hour,
Those are the worst flights for me. I don't know
like,
why.
and you pop a Xanax, like,
I'm just like passed out for 4
you're
hours.
gonna be on the same plane as it
We're
goes
going back and
back and
forth.
forth.
I'm gonna get escorted off the plane. Like, who the fuck is this guy still on the plane?
I know people who love to take a Xanax when they're going like overseas, like if they're going to Europe and whatnot, because
Yeah.
that makes sense. And that's mainly because now's the time to sleep because of the time change and stuff, depending on when you're landing. But I mean, I'm sure it helps if anxiety too.
But imagine how anxious I was.
like an hour-long flight, I guess I don't really know what how a Xanax
Give me more
is.
alcohol. And that's the thing, like why is it like they only go down once and ask you for a drink?
You gotta
I
start
need
buying
several
you go
drinks.
to the liquor store and get airplane bottles.
Oh no, I forget. I was on a budget this last trip. I couldn't afford shit. But like I was like, damn, the bitch didn't come back. I want one more. Like I'm not okay. Like
You know
just give
who's-
me one more.
Queen of airplane bottles,
Marissa. She is like,
They're
remember we
coming
went
out
to
of crevices.
Mexico?
Yes.
She's like, oh, I got 15 more Living
Crevices.
Drop bottles.
And I'm like, I take one and I'm like, ooh, like, that was feeling good. And she's like, don't worry.
I got more.
I'm like, what do you mean?
Wait, what was that conversation we had on the way back from Florida in the airplane? She kept, it was about an animal, like giraffes or some shit. Remember, she was like, can you just imagine, camels. Was it camels? Remember,
Camel
she was,
sounds right. Wait, but what was the context?
like, I don't know, but she, for like an hour straight, she was like, can you believe camels don't, she gave us all these fun facts about camels.
Oh, yeah. It was something with like, they don't actually store water
Yeah.
in the hump of their back.
I was like, where the fuck are you getting this from? And like, she would like look up like fun facts that, like for like the whole trip about camels. And I was like, only Marissa can give us entertainment like that.
Bottles of Cazadores, whatever the cheap tequila is.
The $3 bottle.
The Smirnoff, like whatever, Deep Eddy Lemon, whatever.
Oh, those were good times, man. We had some good times in
I know, right?
in Mexico. But yeah, the flying thing for me, I think I need to just kind of like, I don't know, I got to figure it out because I'm not going to stop traveling. And I'm just like, I'm a nervous wreck. Imagine being so anxious. I don't think you understand, like, when you're afraid to fly, like, that's a fear for real. Like, imagine me on a plane, like, my mind is going a mile a minute already. And then now I'm on a plane, thinking about the worst case scenario every 5 seconds. I'm like, that's nerve wracking. And like, imagine how I think I hold my breath more than I'm actually breathing on the plane. That's unhealthy. And like, it's funny to talk about. And like, it's like after it's all said and done, like it's funny to laugh at, but in the moment, I'm literally about to fucking have a panic attack. Like it's bad. Like, and that's not healthy. Like I gotta figure it out because I'm not gonna stop traveling, but I'm also like, I don't have a heart attack not breathing on a plane. Imagine going to Spain or like we went to Czech Republic and we were on the plane for 8 hours. I probably breathed for like 6 of those hours. I don't know how I survived. I was in panic mode. I don't know. It's so bad. Like I just cannot do it. And y'all are on the sideline, like laughing at me the whole time.
When I'm laughing at you, it's just like, it's like, because then in your nervousness, you always make like a joke or something. And so then
I do, because
like,
that's not humor.
We don't
like,
know what to like, and we don't want to sound concerned with you.
Internally,
to, like,
I'm dying, but I'm like, yeah, but what about those Cowboys? Like,
so I'm like, random shit. I'm more so like, oh, I don't know what to do. I should make him feel better, but I don't know what's going to make him feel better.
On the way back from
other
Spain.
Than like injecting Jameson to his veins.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know.
They moved. Daquan and Clayton literally moved from the aisle I was in. No, Daquan moved to the emergency seats because he's tall and he wanted to get more space.
That's
and I'm
fair.
like, you just left me sitting in this aisle by myself. And I was like, Clay, can you please come back here? Like I was freaking out. It's just terrible. Oh my God, moving on. Okay, so I also think that, like we were talking about resolutions, I'm thinking like I need to do better about like saving a little bit. Like I always say I'm like good at saving, I'm good with my money, but I'm really fucking not. Like I'm so bad. Cause like I'll go a good like minute without going out and spending money. Then the next thing you know, I'm just like, you can have it all. Like I'll go fucking to the bar. Like if one of y'all are working, I'm just like, take it and run. Like I'm like, what the fuck?
Times I give you your money back because I'm like,
the fuck? No. I'm like, here's $100 for my. I'm so bad. Like I don't know. Like I just think, and it's bad because like money kind of like controls my emotions too, which is terrible. And like when I went to Vegas, like I'm not ashamed to like say or talk about it. Like when I went to Vegas, like I was literally like pressed, and I was like, I don't think I should go. And the only reason why I went is because like I'm like, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to be able to be, like this is my first tournament with this team, and also it's like my first time being able to travel with like people that like gay people, you know what I mean? Like they're athletes and like do the same thing I do.
Also, the most important thing too is I know you didn't regret it. So.
I did not. I had a great time.
You know.
But it was just like I'm in Vegas and like this is such like city of like lights and big thing. I didn't get to go to anything I wanted to go to because for one we had games the whole time. But then also I'm like I'm not gonna go to Vegas and go somewhere and they give me a $1,000 tab because like this is Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to go back.
I definitely see what you're saying, but also like Vegas when you go back, like when you go and it's warmer. I mean, don't go like July. But like when you go and it's like nicer out, you'll have so like even more fun when it comes to the like what you're talking about, where you feel like you're like, oh, the lights and whatnot, because like you weren't when you go during like pool party time and all that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's when you're like,
I'm definitely gonna go back
fully
for sure.
Immersed, and I think it was probably still too chilly.
It was kind of like the weather was all right though,
for like a pool party per se.
No, it was too cold. We had luckily we had a jacuzzi where we were, but like at night it got to like 40 degrees.
But like I don't think you super missed out on like that side of Vegas, like when you were there, because you didn't get that like because I'm not like a club girl, like at night, not really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like the daytime pool parties there, love them.
Yeah.
Love them.
I feel like I need to
Post
get
me
over
up
my
at a
fear of like getting in the
cabana.
pool with my shirt. I'm like, bro, I'll be like this.
Okay, I will say
It's
the
so
one
bad.
thing. The one. I'm not getting in the pool. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
much.
why? Is this bad?
It's disgusting.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, think about it.
oh, that's true. Yeah. yeah.
It's disgusting.
I'm surprised I got in this. Well, I'm not gonna talk
But
about
get like a.
that. I
But
got in the
like,
hot tub
get
as much
me
as I did.
but get me a cabana with like, a group of people, and
Yeah.
we have bottle service and
We're just looking
all
at the
that
pool.
in your like hanging out on the edge of it or whatever. I don't mind that, but like I'm not getting
Yeah.
in.
I mean, you know me, I get a little drink in me. I'm fucking diving in. Cesspool and all, baby. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just Google like aerial photos of.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not saying I've never been
I'm
in one.
gay
I've definitely
man.
been
I've
in
done a
one,
lot
and then I
worse than
saw
getting
it
in
one
a-
time, and I was like, oh, never mind.
yeah. Okay, maybe. Okay, all right.
But
I'll take your warning.
they're so fun to go to. Like still go.
Yeah. I also met a lot of good guys there too. Like, I mean, like, obviously, like, all walks of life. But I met so many guys, and I was like, literally getting attention, like, from people. And like, it's weird. Like, I say that because it's weird, because like in Nashville, like, it's not like that, you know. And like, I felt like, damn, I actually am like a commodity, because like I go to New York a lot. People are like, you're always in New York. You're always, because like I go to places like that. Like, it's just so many options there. And like people like actually approach you and talk to you and shit like that. Opposed to
Yeah.
like, I'm not knocking Nashville by any means, but like, you know how it is here. It's like people just kind of like, they have to be engaged, or you have to engage them. Like you have to. It's almost like when Hutch was on here, it was like, it's almost like, what can my friendship do for you, kind of thing. Because it's like here's this like, so I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about Nashville, but like it's different going to cities like that.
Yeah.
Especially as a gay guy, like it's like you get people approaching you, people like of all walks of life, like actually
And like
interested in you.
you're the tourist there. Like you're the visitor.
Well, everybody's a tourist in
Like-
New York, I feel like.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so like you're, but also, oh, wait, okay. So is that tournament that you played in, is it in Vegas every year? Or
Well,
does it
I think
go,
it is. This is their
does
third
it-
time. Like I think Vegas is like a spot they always do. But then I'm not very sure, but I want to say yes. And then the next one we do is in Boston, which I've never gone to Boston either, so I'm definitely doing that.
I've never been. I've
And
always wanted to
then
go.
Chicago is in. It's when you leave though.
Chicago or
No,
Boston?
I think Boston's when you leave.
I think Boston's in April.
Chicago's in September. So, yeah.
Which is my
When you
birthday.
leave. Oh, your birthday? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I gotta choose, huh? I mean, if I don't go to your birthday, you're gonna have a vendetta against me, because like you always go to my stuff, so like I have to go to yours. I can miss one tournament; it's nothing, you know. I mean, I play basketball 3 times out of the week, anyways, you know.
You can do whatever.
We'll
you
see
want.
what the dates are, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna not talk about that too much though, because I can already see in your eyes, like, bitch, you better be there.
So I give
Where
me
we
a
going
birthday
again?
without a birthday present.
We're
You
not
go
gonna talk
my
about it. We're on live
birthday
right
without a
now,
birthday present.
but right? What did you wait?
That
What
video, the
happened?
video where it was like the remake of like the Real Housewives. It was like Tyler the Creator did it, and he's like, "How you gonna be at my birthday without a birthday present? You show up at a birthday without a birthday gift." Whatever he's like
That's
going
me
on.
for sure. That's us. Like, bitch, you didn't buy me that for my birthday.
You go to
We're so needy.
No, but also like I think you'll have so much fun at my birthday because
dude. I think so too. I'm definitely gonna be there for the birthday. I can, you know me, I always make it happen.
Or we just go on 76 trips. It's fine.
I don't know. This year, man, I got to reel it back. I went out on trips so much last year, and
fair.
granted, we make good money, but like that shit comes back to bite you in the ass, like in December, January, February,
Yeah.
and we all don't make the same amount of money throughout the entire year. So it's like, you know, we live on a tip-based program, so like it really depends on like what's going on and situational. So
Yeah.
like you can't just be like, okay, I can come back to like work and like make so much money and then go back out. Like I don't want to do that again this year. I kind
When
of
you
want
start
to
doing those end of the year trips, then you're like, wait, I have to think
Yeah.
about how it's about to like take a huge.
right. You're really that bad. You're really that bitch if you take a trip in February. Like that's when you know you're responsible. Like me, I'm going in June, July, August, September. Here comes winter. David's fucking shaking in his boots.
Indoors.
Covered up like, oh, I'm so poor. Like, Nicole, been on me $20. Let's go to Jonathan's. Let's go to Happy Hour real quick.
This is the life we choose. Life we choose. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. I've been doing just fine.